Hey everybody, it's Jae Burnham with The Real Jae Burnham, and this is The Real Jae Burnham Show. Hey, check out behind me. See that line right there, that clear line? Above it is a big old nasty storm cloud, and behind it is the sun. It's kind of cool. I thought I'd do it outside. It's really hot and muggy here, even though it's kind of rainy. But hey, welcome to Michigan. Yesterday it was kind of chilly out, but warmed up nicely. We had a nice, beautiful sunshine, and then last night a big old rainstorm. But you don't care about that, do you? Anyway, guys, I'm coming to you because I'm doing this show is about how we estimate packing costs. There was a question by a guy named Mick who asked me about a week ago or so about how do I estimate packing costs. I thought that was a great question, and I thought I would do that video for you today. Now, we got, so you got different size boxes. You got dish packs. You've got large boxes, you got medium boxes, small boxes. Some moving companies will say 1.5s or 2.5s or whatever. I don't get into the size of the boxes. I just go small, medium, large. It's really pretty simple. I keep it simple for my customers. If I start saying, oh yeah, and start throwing out lingo, oh, 1.5s or 1.5 cubes or whatever the cubic of the box, yeah, we might understand that as movers. But the customers don't. So I just don't even get in that habit. So I just say small, medium, and large. I'll say a dish pack. I'll see wardrobe boxes, and so on and so forth. But how do you know how much to estimate for boxes? And I think that's a very good question. If it's a typical 3-bedroom house, I think you're going to be doing right around about, I don't know. I mean, for us, I've done anywhere up to like a couple hundred boxes for an entire house. But I charge based off of the box itself and the packing of the box. And that's how I estimate my costs. Now, how do I estimate how much that cost will be? As I don't, I kind of just go through the home when I'm doing my in-home inspection, and I will just sort of make sort of like an estimate in my head. I see a lot of books. I know I'm going to need a lot of small boxes. I see a large kitchen. Another. I'm going to need some small boxes and a couple dish packs. Dang fly, get out of here. I'm filming here. Jeez, oh, Pete, leave me alone. Crazy flies. Anyway, and then when, you get in the bedroom, the wardrobe boxes, there's a little trick about estimating how much wardrobe boxes. If you could see the tip of my finger to my elbow, and you go up like that to the closet, right? You go up to the closet and you go up to the clothes on the closet, like I'm showing you there. You can see from tip to elbow, that's basically one wardrobe box. So you can just basically estimate how many wardrobe boxes you need. You go 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth, and you can guesstimate how many wardrobe boxes. It's a real simple process. Really easy. You look in their linen closet. Okay, you see several shelves. Okay, you're gonna see it's probably 2, 3 boxes there. Large boxes. You want to put the light stuff in the big heavy in the big boxes, and then you want to put all your small heavy stuff like dishes and books and records and CDs and stuff all in small boxes. You don't want to put them in large boxes. So that's just so you know. You go, okay, good. So how many boxes? So if you go in, you see guys got a huge, and this happened, there was like an entire wall of records, but they were already in the crate. The records were already in crates, so you didn't really need to do much to do it. You just, because you could stack them right on top of one another, and that's basically how he had them on the wall. So he didn't really need boxes for that, but he also had a lot of CDs and DVDs. And you're gonna, okay, that took about 20 small boxes right there. He had a lot of books. That was another 20 boxes of books. So on. The kitchen, pretty much you see a cabinet in a kitchen. One cabinet is one box. That's what I found. Pots and pans can go in a bit of a, the pots and pans can go in a bit of a larger box. So maybe a medium box. So you're probably, if they got a lot of pots and pans, maybe 2, 3 boxes, but usually I find about 1 or 2 boxes for pots and pans, plates and dishes and cups. 1 or 2 boxes for that. And then you got your dish pack where you put in all your stuff in your dish pack. So you're probably looking at 1 dish pack, and it's about four or 5 small boxes, 2 medium boxes, and that's about what a typical kitchen is that I have found. I don't know, maybe you found differently, but that's what I found. And then just based on that, how many boxes are you going to use? How much is how to charge on the time? Well, I have found like a 3-man crew, 4-man crew could pack a 3-bedroom house in about 5-6 hours. So that's how much time. So if you're just going to do time plus materials, there you go. A 3-bedroom house is going to be about 5-6 hours. It could go a little bit more, could go a little bit less, depending on the size. A 4 or 5-bedroom home, you're going to probably talk about 6 to 8 hours with a 4-man crew that know what they're doing. But ooh, I'm shaking there. Sorry about that. My arm was getting tired. You can see some there's my office. It needs a paint job. That's the house I'm in, and so on and so forth. The next door house, which is going to be tore down, and that lot's going to be empty here, and then you got Neogen behind me. But basically, that's what we got. So how do you estimate? It's really basically going to be determined on your experience. How many homes do you pack? And then based on that, that's going to be able to determine. There is no hard set rule on how much it's going to be packed, but once you've packed a few houses, and you've done a few houses, and you've gotten a good idea, you'll get a good idea when you walk into a house and go, okay, yeah, we're going to do 75 boxes. This is going to take us about 4 hours. The price is going to be $600-800 bucks. And you just kind of know. You'll just get eventually you'll just get to knowing. But initially, what you want to do is just kind of go through and just kind of make an estimate. And sometimes your estimate's going to be on, sometimes your estimate's going to be off, but it's a learning process. What you could do to practice on it is actually go to your own home. And I did this. You go to your own home and just pack out the kitchen. And just take a bunch of boxes and a bunch of stuff and pack out the kitchen. And then based on that, that'll give you a good idea of how much boxes you're going to need for a kitchen. And you just kind of keep that in your mental encyclopedia for the future moves. Okay? Just pack out your own house first, and then see how many boxes there are, and so on and forth. And then you can use that as a gauge for when you go to do other homes. You go, okay, my home's pretty about the same size as this. All right, it took me such and such a time, took me about this many boxes. And then you can adjust up or down based on what you find. That's a good idea, something I did. Uh-oh, it's starting to rain, so I got to get done with this video soon. But anyway, guys, that's really simple. It's not a hard, fast rule. You're just going to have to do each and every home is going to be a little different, because there's going to be different things you're going to want. People are going to want packed and not packed, and you're going to find things like stuffed animals that just, you know, it's like, okay, that's going to require a box in itself, or this is going to require like a self-made box, and just a bunch of different things. So you're just going to have to kind of play it by ear. But a typical home will have a typical amount of boxes. You know, I've never seen a typical home more than 150 boxes or so. I mean, maybe 200, but that's a lot. That's really a lot. So, but you're looking at about 100 boxes for a typical home. All right. So hopefully this gives you a good idea, something to shoot for, some good ideas, some tips on how to be able to determine what you need and what's going to be needed and required. And we'll go from there. We'll do the next video. I'm actually going to be starting a series of videos about marketing your business, because I see a lot of guys out there. I've been checking you guys. You've been liking my videos. I've been checking out your stuff, and I really see that you guys really need some lessons on how to market your business, use social marketing, so on and so forth. So I'm going to be going over a bunch of series and places on how to do that over here in the next couple of videos. It's probably starting tomorrow and so on. In the next couple of days, we're going to be starting that series. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys. It's starting to rain here. I'm going to go back inside. I would like you. I love you. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. If make sure you share this with all your family and friends, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. All right, guys, thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.